All right, now here you have a different type of chart. You see the chart there? Now what are we looking at? You see that green line at the top? That's a survival rate compared to other forms of dosaging or control groups of a plant compound called resveratrol. In this case, it's in a acetylated form. Why is that important? All right, well, the radiation these animals were exposed to was not of particular nature. I mean, it was not an alpha or beta or particle type radiation. It was actually gamma radiation in a quite a lethal dose. And look at that survival rate after 40 days just by doing nothing more than administering a very realistic dose of something called acetyl-resveratrol. And basically what they did is they acetylated the resveratrol to enhance its absorption primarily. Let's get right into the research. Now just take a look at that chart. That is an incredibly high survival rate compared to the other control groups. And also, just to give you perspective, you see that bottom chart? That's 10 gray radiation. Look at the mortality rate. What they did with these animals is they exposed them to 9.75 gray radiation and yet had an 80% survival rate. That is pretty darn spectacular. All right, let's look right at the research as follows. Public citation. Plant antioxidant may protect against radiation. The researcher stated as follows. Currently, there are no drugs in the market to protect against or counteract radiation exposure. Now, keep in mind, we're talking gamma radiation. They added, our goal is to develop treatment for the general population that are effective and non-toxic. New small molecules with radioprotective capacity will be required for treatment in cases of radiation spills or even as countermeasures against radiological terrorism. Small molecules, now it can be used for a lot more than that in cancer therapy and so on and so forth, but we'll get more to that later. Small molecules can be easily stored, transported, and administered are optimal for this. So far, acetylated resveratrol fits these requirements well. Now, just as a caveat, they used regular resveratrol in test tubes, and it did protect the cells against radiation. However, though, it has a hard time getting absorbed in the dosages required in order to protect against radiation or gamma rays, so to say. So they acetylated the form for easier absorption and basically bioavailability. All right, let's go right into study parameters as follows. All right, the citation title, the use of 3,5,4 Tri-O-acetylresveratrol as potential prodrug for resveratrol product protects mice, keep in mind it's an animal study, from radiation-induced death. DOI citation for your own research. It took me a while to actually get the study parameters over to me, so I could actually tell you the amount that was used or the dosage used in these animals, protect them. So it took a few years, but I finally got a hold of it. Funded, $10 million grant from the National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Disease to establish the Center for Medical Countermeasures Against Radiation at the University of Pittsburgh. Pretty serious stuff. Again, study is animal. Study length, about 40 days, and this is important for the dosage information. Basically, they injected it into the body cavity, but they did say it can be used orally. 10 milligrams per kilogram, 10 minutes before irradiation with 9.75 grays of total body radiation, then monitored for about 40 days. Now, keep in mind, you have to look at it. It was 10 minutes prior. It did not actually work very well at all if the dosage was administered after. So this has to be a protective countermeasure, more so than anything else. Dosage of materials as follows. Results. When altered with acetyl-resveratrol administered before, keep in mind, before radiation exposure, proved to protect cells from radiation in mouse models. 80% survival rate after 40 days compared to usually That's pretty spectacular. To conclude, drugs that can be easily prepared in one step from resveratrol, just things to enhance the absorption. It has the potential for mass oral delivery, this is their words, and to date has shown very few, if any, detrimental side effects. Obviously, resveratrol has been around for a long time, since its original study back in 2008, so you can be pretty secure. Furthermore, this study implies that 3,5,4 Tri-O-acetylresveratrol may be used as a radioprotector in radiation therapy for cancer patients. Although this optimism may not be supported unless the compound is shown to be selectively or is shown to selectively protect normal tissues. Again, 2008. I think we have a pretty solid safety record since that point. So, for gamma radiation, not particular, we're not talking alpha, we're not talking beta, we're actually talking radioactive waves. Acetyl-resveratrol looks like it has the promise to be an incredibly powerful tool, provided it can get to the individual and or animal, organisms, whatever, prior to the radiation exposure. Again, I hope you find this information of use. This is your channel, and I look forward to seeing you all once again in 7 days. Catch you then. Bye.